wanted to talk today about resistance versus acceptance. So, when I started my spiritual journey, I wasn't quite sure what the word resistance meant. So, resistance, as I learned over the years, is when we don't accept what is. And so that means that if there's a viral epidemic and we think it shouldn't be happening, even though it is, that's resistance. And when we think that someone, maybe a family member or a good friend, should talk to us in a different way, should be more considerate than they are, then again, that's resistance. When we think that we should be behaving in a different way than we are or feeling something different than we are, that's resistance too. And there is another way of being in the world, and that's a way of acceptance. When we accept things as they are, it's not that we condone them, we just give them space to be because they're already happening. They're here. And I notice that when I go into a place of resistance, when I think someone should say something different or something in the world should be different, there's a contraction that happens inside my body. And it suffocates the life force. And if you want to grow and express yourself, and if you want to heal from something, the point is to be the least resistance as you can, so to allow the energy to flow through you. So today we'll do a meditation with acceptance, seeing how you can go from resistance to acceptance. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And take a few more deep breaths and just allow your body to settle. Allow your back to settle into the chair or not. Allow your hips to settle. Allow your head to become heavy, your arms and shoulders to become heavy. Just give yourself some time to relax. Relax your being. Good. And now I invite you to recall something that's hard for you to accept. It could be something externally like the weather, pandemic, a diagnosis, a person in your family that you're having a hard time with, a friend, something that you're having a hard time accepting. Notice what it is. Now I invite you to notice, what is the impact on you when you don't accept that what occurred just occurred? How are you feeling? Is there a frustration? Is there an anger? Is there fear? Is there panic? Is there insecurity? Is there rage? I invite you to notice. When you think that something or someone should be different, how is that impacting your body? And notice, where does it sit in the body? Is there some kind of a pressure around the heart center? Maybe around the upper belly. Maybe there's some constriction in the jaw or the shoulders. Just notice where those feelings reside in you. And I invite you for this moment to breathe. Breathe. Take another deep breath. Another deep breath. Allow the feelings to be there without changing or fixing anything. Just giving them space. Giving space to express the feeling in the body. If the feeling came up, we need to feel them. So give yourself this time to just be. And breathe. Creating space. allowing. Allowing. The opposite of resistance is allowing. I invite yourself to allow, not fix or change anything. Just breathing with the feelings, the sensations, giving them space to be. Giving yourself space to be. Letting go of the thinking and just being with whatever is. And I invite you to breathe some more. The space of allowing. Notice the constriction, notice the pressure, and don't try to change or fix anything. Just be with. Give this space by breathing. Good. Good. Now, remember what kind of behaviors came up for you when you didn't accept what was. So some people, when they don't accept something or someone, they lash out. Sometimes they lash out in words, sometimes in silence, sometimes it's a silent treatment. Sometimes it's by binging, going and eating lots of comfort food. Sometimes it's smoking, sometimes it's drugs, sometimes it's drinking, sometimes it's sex. Sometimes it's watching TV, sometimes it's hitting oneself, sometimes it's cutting oneself. What are your behaviors that come up when you don't accept whatever occurred? And again, I invite you to be in a space of no judgment, just breathing, allowing, no changing, no fixing, just noticing. Just becoming aware that some types of behaviors came up for you with no judgments, no fixing, no changing, just noticing. And I invite you to breathe. Creating space. Breathe. Allowing expression. Breathe. Relaxing around the behaviors. Breathe. Good. We're breathing acceptance, allowing, and relaxation into the behaviors, into the feelings. Good. Now, in order for you to feel this way, there was some thought of wrongness. There were some thoughts running in your head. Maybe there was a person who has a series of behaviors that you're having a hard time with. So notice if you have a movie from the past. Or maybe it's about a viral pandemic and you have a movie about how this is going to affect you or your family. Notice that those are movies that are running our system, creating all the feelings and the behaviors. So I invite you to accept the thoughts again, just breathing with them, creating space, allowing, breathing, creating some relaxation around the thinking. It's thinking. It happens automatic. Oftentimes we don't even know that we've latched onto thinking that creates suffering for ourselves. So I invite you to just go into a space of allowing, a space of forgiveness, a space of compassion. A space of quiet, a space of breath, a space of allowing. Just being, just breathing, giving everything space. Good. Now notice, how does this new way feel in your body? Good. I'm guessing that there's more spaciousness and a calm that has overcome you. Good. And now that you're calmer, I invite you to imagine looking at the same situation in a way that would be more accepting of yourself. How can you be more accepting of yourself? What can you tell yourself that would be more accepting of how you are in this situation? Perhaps connecting with some of the needs of yours that were important for you. And I wonder if there's a way that you can fill that need. Give it to yourself without relying on anything external, not the world, not another person. Just wondering, can you fill that need for yourself? Good. Good. And now I invite you to imagine if there's another way of accepting the other person or whatever it is that's happening in the world. Whether it's a pandemic, whether it's a hurricane, some kind of a natural disaster. Is there another way of looking at it with more acceptance, maybe more reality, in a way that you can be calmer? If you're talking about another person, can you see what their needs are and what their feelings are? If they said something that upset you, they must have some needs and feelings as well. We all have the same needs. We all have the same feelings. Can we connect to another person's humanity? What do they need? And can you not take that personally? And you not make it about yourself. It's about them. It's their need. Good. And I invite you to notice, what are you noticing in this process? Did you come to a place of more calm? Could you gain a bigger perspective? Well, I acknowledge you for sticking with this meditation for so long, for doing the work, for giving yourself space to be, to breathe, to calm, to relax, to allow, to accept, to have compassion for yourself, for others, while maintaining your own inner sense of well-being. Thanks for joining. I will post more videos as the weeks go by. And if you'd like, please subscribe. Thank you.